Hello everyone, this is Scramble from Emotionless Crypto Trading. Today we're gonna run some discussion on the Bitcoin's technical side and have a few thoughts around all these numbers we have out there. Market cap is slowly climbing up. We've reached to $240 billion. Majority is located on the BTC side with a 53% dominance, which means 127 billion. Now, what is important is that we were able to find sustainability around $7,300 area or slightly above, right? So this is something I wanted to mention during this video, and it's definitely a crucial point for us as soon as we still get supported by 7,300 bulls. Great. On the other side, talking about the alts, they're currently in the shadow as of right now. And Ethereum wasn't able to sustain the $300 level, for example. Ripple wasn't able to sustain at the 34 cents level. They kind of got lost and reached in a position slightly below the dominance energy of BTC. At that time, for example, a few days ago, BTC dominance was lower because even the alts were increasing along the way with the BTC. But as of right now, for example, today, BTC seems to be taking slightly more energy than the alts, which is definitely something to consider. Going towards to the technical side, here we have all the technical analysis we would have to consider. And one of the most important things I would just lay out is currently we're sitting at $7,380 area, which is located right here. Very extremely close to a 7,400 resistance line, which has been confirming as support basically previously. Right, so we did receive support, but then suddenly it has been transformed into our resistance, and as of right now it's activating just like that as a resistance, which is a slight resistance line, $7,400 just right there. Couple of days ago we were in a position that should be called a ascending triangle. Now the ascending triangle was looking like this. That's the triangle right there. This is the ascending triangle we were, and the breakout happened on the bullish side, which means even by its definition, usually an ascending triangle needs to confirm because it's bullish. It did confirm and it exploded on the upper side, right? Which means that we had the ability to break above the 6,850 resistance zone, and that's actually what happened. One of the most important things, and why we would say that the market gained, realistically speaking, gained sustainability, is right because after we break above our resistance zone of 6,850, we were testing it once again, and we confirmed on the bull side. That's why from here we bounced basically up to 7,400, right? So this is probably an increase of probably around 8%, which is not small considering the volatility of BTC these days. Attention, the volume is $4 billion, is no longer 500 million like it used to be when we have exploded. If you remember, we were going 500 million, a billion, 2 billions, around that, and the BTC have spiked up to $10,000-15,000 from very small numbers. What about now when it's very low, but it has a volume of $4 billion? Think about with the current volume, when we're gonna touch the spike, how that's gonna be and how powerful that's gonna look like. That's why a lot of these predictions out there are around $89,000, $150,000, which are purely marketing in my opinion from those guys or companies, right? For example, you get to hear that CEO of X company announced that he is going to find BTC in 2019 at $89,000. And then what the media does, is just going to put all those headlines out there. The CEO of this company says $89,000 by 2019, which is a great marketing tool for his company. That's something I would just point out of this. And I'm not really suggesting you to fall into those, I'm going to call them realistically charlatans, because they used to manipulate people and that's their main purpose, right? So end of the story, that's their main purpose, and we're gonna tell our opinion based on their main purpose. We're not gonna tell our opinion on any other stuff they're doing. When their purpose is to manipulate people and to take money away from all these innocent guys out there which are joining the space and they have no idea. When your purpose is to take their money by manipulating them, then of course we're not gonna sit on the side and just look at you. We're gonna say it clearly that you're a charlatan, and there are dozens of guys like that. And I must tell you another thing. If there is 1,000 people giving out predictions like it happens this day, at least one of those is going to be correct. I mean, the chances are like all these guys are covering a lot of the prices. They're covering 100,000, 110, 120, 150, 200. And when BTC is going to hit that price, it's going to tell you, yes, you see that? I've predicted it. I've predicted that in the past. I've said it's going to be there. Right? So this is the trick. They're kind of covering all the prices, all these predictors, and it's impossible not to touch their prices considering BTC is going to go high, right? If I'm going to say, hey, BTC $50,000, and I'm not going to say a date, or even if I'm going to say a date, 2019, 2020, end of 2018. And if it's not that date, but the price is going to be 50 grand, I'll tell you, hey, do you see? I said it to you. I've said it's going to be there. I'm amazing, right? So it's not working like that, and the money is not going to be made by listening to these guys. Of course, if you want to have fun, you can definitely do it. On the other side, we've got the other part of the audience, which is like, if BTC is sustaining above $7,300, which is doing right now, after a bunch of increase, considering from here up to this position we have 25%. If they see 25% increase, and then if they see that it's getting sustained, they like, oh, we're good to go Lambo, right? We're good to just to moon landing right away, moon landing everyone. If you listen to those guys as well, you're gonna be in trouble. So the first thing you gotta do is have fun of those guys. Make sure you use their content in order to entertain yourself, but never ever take them seriously, because that way it's not going to work, and their statements are purely in order to get something out of the audience that's listening to them, right? You know, get followers, get subscribers, get a lot of these things, exactly like sometimes we YouTubers, we use some titles in order to gain more attention to our YouTube video. And I'm, you know, right here honestly saying that without any problems, because that's just a marketing trick. Now the problem is that some of these people do not have any sort of content based on their titles, which is something I don't do. If I do include a title to my videos, I'm putting them in the way that I could also cover myself with the content I'm creating, right? So good, no issues on that, we're clear. Let's just move forward anyway, right? This is the stage where we need to get above this and then get supported by it, exactly like it happened in this case. We've got the bullish ascending triangle. In this case scenario, we broke above it, then we came down the way to test it. This was a crucial point. That's why a few people today says, oh, Lambo, because we got supported here. And then from here we have spiked as expected. But now if you break above it, you face some resistance right here at the $7,800 resistance zone, not support. Right now it's resistance. Previously it activated as support, but now it's resistance, as you can see it over here as well, right? So if you got confirmed on the resistance, I'm going to come down the way, and from here you got a spike basically. That's the time I'm going to say, yes, we've got second time in a row in two crucial points getting confirmed from the bulls, right? So that's what I care about. That's what I want to see from the market. And then I need this thing to repeat in order to move out of this bearish environment. It's not like you just spiked a few times and you're out. You're moon landing. It's not that easy. Exactly like it wasn't easy in this case scenario. Just imagine how many people said you're moon landing during this movement. How about this part right here? From here up to this point, a day and in 9 hours increase of close to 15%, right? In a day and 9 hours basically. So this is what BTC was able to do, and not even after that kind of period we were going to Lambo, which is, you know, definitely a different story. Good. So uptrending support line is another detail I want to discuss. If we remove the triangle, we're gonna see the uptrending support line pretty clearly. It starts from here and it goes just like that. So there's a bunch of space right now until we're gonna touch our line, and we don't have to worry about that, right? So if the price is gonna decrease slowly till 7,100 in this case scenario, or if it's gonna go above and then touch right here the support line of our uptrend, you don't have to be worried about that. Exactly like we have touched our support line so many times during our $20,000 journey on the BTC corner, right? So as long as we're still above this line, we need to call our movement uptrending channel. Very simple. If we break below that, you're gone. You're no longer in uptrending channel. Very simple, right? So that's all around this video. That's all about this situation. Moon landing. Probably I'm going to use this word in my title, and of course during the video I just laid down, I'm explaining it that it's not that easy. And this is the real value of creating content, right? Attracting people and providing real usability right here. Great. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to share your opinion in the comments area. We could discuss about that. Share your feedback on the likes, dislikes, share section, whatever you feel you got to do something, just put it down right there. I would appreciate to see some sort of a feedback from you. And of course, you've got the subscribe button that you can hit in order to subscribe and never ever miss any of my videos. Even if you click on that bell next to the subscribe button, you're going to be updated by YouTube whenever I'm going to post, right? So this is the current situation around the BTC. Other great news of the market: a lot of the governments have started, and they did start it a few years ago, but today they do make it way more public to educate their people in order to have the ability to deal with all this cryptocurrency and blockchain concerns from financial side, right? So they do have to get expertise in this niche, in this category as well, and they do need to educate their people. It's something that's pretty popular this way, governments educating their people in order to be able to handle this space. And that's another confirmation of how real this business is. If you're right now here and you're buying into this space, compared to the future that's gonna be, imagine BTC at 50 grand, imagine BTC at 100 grand, there's not a long distance to that. And it can be sustained as long as we have trillion-dollar markets. It's something I do believe today. We have a trillion-dollar market, and even on top of that, of course not officially, we have that over the counter, and on the black markets we do have that market. I do believe that, because you have, you know, over the counter, dark pools, black markets for BTC, Ethereum, Ripple. All these big guys have their own black markets where people trade and we don't know about them, because that's not happening on public exchanges. And the volume plus the market cap, actually the market cap is calculated considering the price and the circulating supply. That's how you get a market cap, but most likely we're talking about the volume. Therefore it's not realistic at all. 12 billion. The volume, realistically speaking, including the over-the-counter markets, is way higher. Right, so that's kind of all about during this video. Feel free to subscribe on my YouTube channel and hit that bell button right there. Talk to you next time. I'm going to put out videos around Ethereum, Ripple, Neo, EOS. We've got great news all around these companies. Just keep yourself updated, because you know they have to show us a lot, and the progress, the development from these teams are insane in the real world, right? So we're not only talking about technical stuff for the online side, we're also talking advancing in the real world of these projects, which is happening, right? So blockchain is going amazing, guys, and I'm extremely happy, even though the prices are down very, very low. Great, good. Gotta talk to you soon. See you next time.